Welcome everyone, welcome to a new update, and today we're going to discuss my top 3 altcoins that I'm currently looking at. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe beneath and also like this video, comment what you'd like to see as well, as through that we can just explore and continue growing this YouTube channel. And as you know, I'm not specifically giving you one certain altcoin that we should be looking at. We're going to look at different categories, as those are the ones that you should be looking at in general. So for instance, if Ripple is going to make a move, usually XLM is going to make a move as well. If one chain is going to make a move, usually Aeon and Icon will just follow through. Therefore, it's interesting to understand which groups of currencies you should be looking at, or which altcoin specifically, and then we can just make our analysis and decisions based on that. So let's start with the first one that I'm looking at right now, and this is Atom, also called Cosmos. It's because of the fact that more and more new projects will be launching through different platforms than Ethereum. So for instance, Solana is such a platform, Cardano is such a platform, Polkadot is such a platform, Cosmos is such a platform. Therefore, my interest is mainly focused on all those new platforms, especially from the investment perspective, as we all know how the ICO mania in 2017 went with Ethereum. If we get a similar construction right now in which altcoins or new projects will be launching on different platforms than on Ethereum, then you want to be in those platforms. So I'm looking at platforms still, especially given the fact that they have been having a very bullish run in the beginning of this year, and most of them have been consolidating since. Even Ethereum has been consolidating since, but I think that some of those platforms are going to run extensively or massively. Atom is one of those, especially with the IBC launch just recently, and I think we can have a very beneficial run on this one. Also, if we look at the technicals of Cosmos at this stage, we can see what I just said. We've had a first run up in the beginning of this year, after which a usual correction happened, and this high was also at the moment that Ethereum topped out. And as you know, Ethereum is most likely bottomed out on the Bitcoin pair. So if that one is going to run, all those other platforms are going to run as well. So point of interest, we've reached there. We did not get into this green zone, but you always scale in and scale out if you're looking for entries. And right now we're just consolidating here, in which we might be looking for a new higher high. So once this 3900 sats level breaks on Cosmos, I'm expecting a continuation to occur, and then the next resistance zone is around 5,400 sats. But as you know, we could be easily going into a new bull cycle, given the fact that we are finding support on those moving averages, the 100 and 200 MA. The golden cross is happening as well, and as long as it stays above this key indicator, I'm going to assume that we're going to run to 8,000 sats first, and potentially even higher, as we are in a full bull cycle right now. So that's the first group of coins that I'm currently looking at, which is platforms, which is Cosmos, which is projects on Cosmos, Cardano, Solana, and everything more. The second group of coins that I'm looking at are the old ones. Not too fancy this video right now. I know I'm not a gem hunter. Well, we had Veracity, but all those older coins are also eager to run. And before we continue, do not forget to check the website that's in the description beneath if you want to know when you should be looking into an altcoin, how you should scale into it, what percentage of your portfolio you should be using, and when you should take profit. That's all content that we're sharing on our platform, which is on the website link in the description beneath. But the older coins are not too fancy to be in, and majority of the people that have been holding those coins are still negative about the current asset, as it has been going down in the past 4 years. And because it has been going down in the past 4 years, or even 2 or 3 years, there's not lots of hype and buzz around the project right now. Similarly, if you're saying that you're renting a house, or if you're saying that you're doing something opposite of what the mass is doing, the people will laugh at you until it starts to turn around and they open up their eyes, and then they will start jumping into the bandwagon as well. Just how those markets always go. 90% is always too late, or doing it wrong, chasing candles, etc. That's why you should accumulate positions in altcoins that have not been running yet in their Bitcoin pair, because it's not being mentioned too much. But the moment that Litecoin is going to run further, or any of those older altcoins like EOS, XLM, what do we have more? Dash, ZEC, Monero, all those coins. Then all of a sudden when it's here and it's already up 3 to 4x, that's the moment that retail comes in and says, yes, I want to have it as well. But right now, they don't want to have it because they are chasing coins like PondiX and HoloToken. So this one is definitely interesting. It's a symbol for the old generation as a group of coins 2017, in which we can see that the volume is increasing, or there was huge accumulation on Litecoin. We can see that it's also potentially making a new higher high and higher low. And the moving averages are kicking in as well in this cryptocurrency. And we've discussed it, in which we wanted to see that this green zone becomes support again, because now we are making a higher low on a lower time frame. And as long as we compress a little here, we can start chasing this resistance zone. And you know what happens next? Once we reach this resistance zone, we are starting to make higher highs, higher lows, and then a new bull cycle starts to emerge. So for Litecoin, EOS and all those other coins, they are heavily interesting in general. And then the third cryptocurrency group that I'm looking at is the Oracle sector. And as you can see, the Oracle sector has been hammered massively, and they have been going down in Bitcoin pairs. Chainlink is still down, what is it, 70-60%? Giving you massive opportunities. But if you discuss Chainlink, Chainlink has a valuation of 12 billion, which is a lot, or it's not a lot in terms of potentials they have, but it's a lot compared to the other oracles that are around. So Band protocols like 400 million, Dia is like 130 million, API 3 is 120 million, and then there are a few more like Teller and a few others. So I think that oracles are significantly interesting to take a look at, given the fact that the potential is massive, and also the potential rewards in lower valued oracles is way higher than Chainlink. Chainlink is also showing an interesting point right now, given the fact that it's most likely bottomed out in the Bitcoin pair. And as you know, I'm looking more at Bitcoin pairs to derive valuations of altcoins against Bitcoin, and you can see that with this one, with Chainlink, it's looking like we make this bottoming construction, as we held the green zone, had some bullish divergence on lower time frames, and from that perspective we're currently trying to make new higher highs and higher lows. And once we're going to make that, then there is a very likely chance that we're going to break out of this accumulation period here, as once we break above this red area, I think we're going to accelerate heavily towards the new highs again. So if Chainlink is going to make a mover, you are quite sure that other oracles are going to follow through, as just the correlation is significant in that. And given the fact that the valuation of Chainlink is about 12 billion, other oracles that are smaller have a way more potential to gain. And one of those is Dia, which is currently starting up its new bull cycle, given the fact that it's flipping above the 100 MA and 200 MA. It's also flipping previous resistance zones for support, just as it has been doing on the 100 MA. Right now we're trying to do the exact same thing with the 200 MA, and given the fact that it's holding up there, it's starting up its new bull cycle. Are there many resistance zones that we should be taking care of? Not much, given the fact that those levels are just tested once. So these are definitely there, and I truly believe that once we break above this one, which is around 2000 sats, this one and Dia will run into a parabolic move, just like Chainlink, just like Band has been doing last year. And when that happens, I think the majority of the people will all of a sudden just start chasing Dia or start chasing those altcoins, but you are the one that's taking profits by then. So altcoins are still very interesting to look at. There are many opportunities that you can take, and do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as tomorrow I'll be making a new update for you.